Yes, after knowing the brief introduction about the company, now let's start with the problems regarding the assessment of companies. So, these problems are related to computation of total income under normal provision. As I said you before, there are two provisions under calculating the tax liability of the companies. One will be the normal provision on the computing the tax liability of the under the total income. One is the computing the tax liability under the MAT provision. So this is not related to MAT, this is related only to the provision. Let's learn first this and next we will move on to the MAT provision. So the format for computation of the company will be same as the firm. As usual, we will take it as a net profit and consider the debit items, which is personal items. We will take it that as a disallowed expenses or inadmissible expenses. The credit side will be deducted, that is which is not related to the business income will be considered as admissible incomes. So let's start with the problem. The following P&L account of PQR Limited for the financial year 1920 compute its total income. Here they have said only to calculate the total income, and hence we will end up the problem to total income only. So let's start with the debit side items. First is provision for tax. Any provision, any reserves is to be considered as disallowed items or inadmissible expenses. Rent and taxes, we don't know which is related to business or personal, so we will keep it aside. Fire insurance, usually fire insurance will be taken in business, not in personal purpose. Then next, establishment expenses, which is related to business. Next comes depreciation. This we need to be considered, that is excess or deficit, we have to analyze it. Donation and charity, any donation charity is a personal expenditure. General expenses, general items will come under business. Reserve for doubtful debts, again any reserves is to be considered. Entertainment expenses, this entertainment maybe it is really, we can be assumed as it is given to the employees to get the entertainment and hence not considered. We'll make a note on this. Net profit has been given. Come to the credit side, gross profit, we need not to worry about it. Profit on sale of machinery, interest on securities, dividend from Indian company. So which head of income this belongs to? Profit on sale of machinery, any profit related to sale of capital assets will come under the capital gains. So this will be related to capital gain. Interest on securities, other sources. Dividend from Indian company, other sources. Let's move on to the additional information. The allowable depreciation as per IT Act is 20,000. So we'll compare this 30,000 minus 20,000. If we get positive answer, make it as an excess depreciation and we will add it. If there is a negative answer, we will make it as a deficit in depreciation and we will deduct it. So 30,000 minus 20,000 plus 10,000, so we will add it that. Machinery was purchased in August 2015 and sold in March 2017. This has been given in order to calculate whether this machinery belongs to LTCG or STCG. So first we will analyze it. August 2015, as this is a machinery or capital asset, if it will come under the head which is to be considered for 36 months, so and so. So August 15, August 2016 1 year, August 2017 2 years. So it is less than 36 months and hence it will be considered as a STCG. Donations and charities are paid to a recognized charitable institutions. Underline this, recognized, that means approved charitable donations. So any thing which is related to donation given in the form of recognized in charitable institutions ಅಥವಾ approved institutions ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ it will be come under 50% deductions. So let's start with the calculating the problems. First we will take the base as net profit as per P&L account. So net profit as per P&L account, the amount is 3,43,000. Add inadmissible expenses ಅಥವಾ disallowed expenses ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನು. So let's start with the debit items. First is provision for tax. So no doubt any provisions will be considered here. Next is rent and taxes, fire insurance, establishment expenses need not to be considered. Take the depreciation, that is excess depreciation. How much the excess is there? Debit balance is 30,000. Adjustment as per IT is 20,000. So remaining 10,000 is excess. Next, donation 3,500. Reserves, any reserves is to be considered, and hence reserve for doubtful debts 5,500. So total, that's it regarding the debit balances. Total of all this will come to rupees 1,69,000. Therefore next total after adding the net profit 5,12,000 minus admissible incomes and also incomes of other heads of income apart from business income. So this will be usually in the credit side. So profit on sale of machinery. Profit on sale of machinery 18,000. Next, interest on securities 12,500. Next is dividend from Indian company. Dividend from Indian company amount is 50,000. The total, so just once go through the additional information as there is no additional information regarding the admissible incomes. So total of this will come to around 80,500. So after deducting we will get 4,31,500. So this is the taxable income from business or company. Taxable income from business or company. So next step is computation of total income. So as we all know that total income includes all 5 heads of income and the deductions. So let's start with the first head of income, that is income from salary. As there is nothing information related to salary, I'll take it as nil. Next is income from house property. The same repeats here because there is no information regarding house property. Income from business and profession. We have the income from business which we calculated right now, 4,31,500. The other head is capital gain. Under capital gain we have short term capital gain, that is less than 36 months will be there when compared to these dates, and hence it becomes STCG. So profit on sale of machinery ATCG is 18,000. Next, last head is income from other sources. Under this we have two heads of income. Under other sources we have two types. One is interest on securities, one is dividend from Indian company. Take it as interest on securities 12,500, dividend from Indian company. So you all know that dividend, any dividend from Indian company or any agricultural income, it is completely exempted under section 10 of the Income Tax Act. So hence dividend from Indian company will be completely exempted. So after 5 heads of income, get the total 4,62,000. So this will be gross total income. So right from gross total income, deductions must be given under section 80C to 80U. Here we have donation in the problem. So donation given to charitable institution, that is moreover recognized charitable institution has been given. So donation to recognized, this is important, recognized charitable institution. Any recognized charitable institution or approved charitable institution, if it comes, 50% is to be considered. Therefore among 3,500 I will take only 50% is to be considered. So 1,750. So total will come to rupees 4,60,250. So this is the total income of PQR Company Limited. As they have said only the total income, I will end up the problem here. No need to carry forward, that is no need to consider the or calculate the tax liability is not important here. So in this way, same as we calculate the firm, same way we will calculate the total income of the company also. So next we will move on to the next problem. C Limited is a company in which public has a substantial interest. The profit showed rupees 7,50,000. Here instead of giving the P&L account, they have given directly the information regarding the debit separate items, credit also separate items. So let's consider first debit items. Debits to P&L account. Donation paid to approved public charitable institution. As I said now, any donations given to approved or charitable institutions such as recognized will come under 50% donation. Okay. Provision. Any provision is to be considered. Family planning expenses. It is a personal items. It will be considered. Capital expenditure on family planning. Any capital expenditure, not only on the family planning, any capital expenditure is to be considered. Therefore, we underline the word capital expenditure here and hence it will be considered. Credits to P&L account. Bad debts allowed earlier recovered during the previous year, which I have already been taught in firm and income from business also it has been taught. Any bad debts recovered is disallowed in the earlier year ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ allowed ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. In the previous year they have allowed and this year also we will make it allowed, so there is no difference, so don't consider this as it is allowed. So next, interest on bank deposits will come under other sources. LTCG, dividend from Indian company. There was an unabsorbed depreciation of rupees 35,000 and unabsorbed capital loss 40,000 brought forward from the earlier assessment year. Compute the total income and tax liability for the assessment year 1920. In the previous problem we calculated only the total income, but here the tax liability is also to be calculated, and moreover this is an extra adjustment, that is unabsorbed depreciation and unabsorbed capital loss. In this problem I will show how to calculate the or how to adjust the unabsorbed depreciation and unabsorbed capital loss, which is a new item. Okay, apart from this the other items will be same. So second problem, we'll start with the second problem. Net profit as per P&L account shows is 7,50,000. Add inadmissible expenses. So when considering the debits to P&L account, one is donation to approved charitable institution or trust 20,000. Provision, any provision is to be considered 1 lakh. Family planning expenses 25,000. Capital expenditure on family planning 1 lakh. That's it regarding the debit balance. So total of this will come to rupees 2,45,000. After getting the total, after adding to the net profit, 9,95,000 will be arrived. So from that, admissible incomes is to be deducted. Bad debts, as it is been said, allowed earlier, not to be considered. Next comes interest on bank deposits 30,000. LTCG 1 lakh and dividend from Indian company 20,000. So 1,50,000 after adding this 8 lakh, after deducting this 8,45,000 will be the taxable income from company or taxable income from business. So the next step is calculation of total income of the company. So we'll go to the next step, computing the total income. Take the four heads. Income from salary nil, income from house property nil, income from business and profession, income from business and profession, which we have calculated 8,45,000. Next, capital gain. Under capital gain we have LTCG 1 lakh. Why this I have taken in the inner column is, in the problem there has been said that it is unabsorbed capital loss. As this relates to capital gains, anything which is related to capital loss have to be set off here. That is, it has to be set off from the ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಗೇನ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲಾಸ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ಡ್ capital loss, so 40,000. So remaining ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋಂಥ LTCG ಬಂದು ಲಾಸ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ 60,000 ಮಾತ್ರ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 60,000 ರೈಟ್ ನೌ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, income from other sources. Under this heading, 2 items have been there. Interest on bank deposits 30,000. Next, dividend from Indian company. Again, anything dividend which is related to Indian company, it is completely exempted. So add these things. 9,35,000 is the answer. So after adding all these things, the one more thing has been to be considered here. One, unabsorbed depreciation ಅಥವಾ unabsorbed capital loss ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ unabsorbed capital loss has been set off. The other one is remaining, right? So after calculating all the 5 heads of income, anything which is related to unabsorbed depreciation brought forward, or unabsorbed capital loss or unabsorbed business loss, whatever it is, anything unabsorbed carried forward ಅಥವಾ brought forward, ಈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎರಡನ್ನ ನಾವು unabsorbed ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ unabsorbed ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ನ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋದು ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅದನ್ನು 5 ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇರೋ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಸೊ 5 ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅದನ್ನು ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. 35,000. ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಮೇ ಇದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಲಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ಸಿಂದನೇ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಹೆಡ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇರೋ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ 5 ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 80C to 80U ಸೇಮ್. ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದಿ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್. ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 50% ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇರೋದೆಷ್ಟು? 20,000. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 50% ಮಾತ್ರ. ಸೊ 10,000 ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ 8,90,000 ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್, total income of the company. So in the problem they have also said to calculate the tax liability also, right? Therefore it is necessary to calculate the tax liability also. So by taking this total income as the base, we will calculate the tax liability. So third step is computation of tax liability of the company. So computing the tax liability of the company, the format which have been taught in the previous class. So apply the same format. LTCG to be calculated at the rate of 20%. STCG, which is liable to STT, will be calculated at the rate of 15%. Any casual incomes, winnings from horse race, winning from some crossword puzzles, which will be treated as a casual incomes and calculated at the rate of 30%. And tax on other incomes apart from the above incomes, any other incomes if it is there, will be calculated at 30% in case of companies. So this is the format. After this we will calculate the surcharge or education cess, whatever it is. LTCG at 20%. Yes, we have the LTCG in problem, right? See, LTCG they have given as 1 lakh, but after set of 40,000, that is set off of ಲಾಸ್ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? LTCG 60,000 ಮಾತ್ರ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋವಂಥ LTCG ಅಮೌಂಟು ನಾಟ್ 1 lakh, ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ 60,000 ಮಾತ್ರ. 1 ಲ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 40,000 ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು 60,000 ಮಾತ್ರ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ 60,000 ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಇಂಟು 20% ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಅರೌಂಡ್ 12,000. There is no information regarding STT. There is no information regarding casual incomes. Now come to other incomes. Our total income is 8,90,000. Among that, I have already calculated a 20% on LTCG. So take that amount, remove that, that is deduct that. So remaining is 8,30,000 into 30% will come to rupees 2,49,000. So total of this will come to rupees 2,61,000. Add education cess. Here surcharge I have been skipped that stage because surcharge is applicable only when this amount exceeds 1 crore. So I have within that amount, and hence I have skipped that one step. Therefore education cess directly I have calculated at the rate of 4% on this amount, 2,61,000. So after calculating I will get 10,440. So last tax liability is 2,71,440. So this is the tax liability of the company. So this is the third step wherein tax liability is to be calculated in this manner.